I'm just about to start my workout. This workout is going to essentially be a Tabata workout, which means specifically 10-second rest intervals, 20-second work intervals times 8 rounds, which is 4 minutes. There are 5 different exercises, and we will be doing each of those 5 different exercises for 4 minutes apiece. So 5 exercises times 4 minutes per exercise equals a total of 20 minutes. So I am including this workout on my playlist of 20-minute workouts. If you chose this workout from that playlist because you were specifically looking to do a 20-minute workout today, then you can just do those 5 exercises, 4 minutes apiece, 8 rounds of 10 seconds rest, 20 seconds of work for each exercise, and that's your 20 minutes. I'm going to be doing that, but after each of those 5 exercises, I'm going to be adding on an additional 4 minutes of jump rope. I will keep my timer set for 8 rounds of 10 seconds of rest and 20 seconds of work for the jump rope sections. So I'll be doing a total of 20 minutes of jump rope in addition to my 20 minutes of Tabata. So that's going to be a total of 40 minutes for me. However, before each exercise, I'm going to sneak in a set of 10 push-ups, because I really need to work on my push-ups. So my workout is going to take me about an hour. I'll try to keep the time in between sections as short as I can. I want to keep things moving, so hopefully I can finish the entire thing in under an hour. So I'm going to quickly show you all 5 exercises before we begin so that I don't have to talk you through them as we're going, and I can keep my workout moving. Other than my jump rope, the only thing I'm using today is a mat. You will need a yoga mat or an exercise mat or a towel. If you're working out on a carpeted floor, you might not need anything, but we will be doing 1 ab exercise. I'm going to be lying down on my mat, so make sure that you have something you can lie down on comfortably. I'm also going to be using a set of dumbbells. These are 5 pounds a piece, which is a good weight for me. You may need to use something lighter or heavier. That depends on your strength and on your level of fitness. It also depends on what you have available to you and how hard you're looking to push yourself today. So please consider all of those factors when choosing your weights and make the decision that is best for you. Whatever weight you choose should feel light to you. These are my lighter set of dumbbells, or this is my lighter set of dumbbells. So I highly recommend choosing a set of weights that feels light to you for this workout. If you don't have dumbbells, look for household items that will work. Like I said, we're doing 5 exercises. For the first 4 exercises, you could use something like water bottles or cans of soup. That would be fine. So you could take 2 water bottles of the same size and fill them with some type of weight, like water or maybe uncooked rice, for example. And that would work for the first 4 exercises, but not for the 5th exercise. And I'll show you why when we get there. But if you don't want to add weight, or you don't have anything that you can use for weight, you can still do the workout right along with me. I will show you equipment-free substitutions as well. But let me go ahead and show you these 5 exercises so that we can go ahead and get right into it. The first exercise is a reverse lunge with a knee up and an oblique twist. So I'll show you the equipment-free substitution first, and then I'll show you how I'm doing it. So starting here in a neutral position, I'm gonna step back with 1 foot and sink down into my reverse lunge. Make sure you're controlling the movement so you don't bang your knee into the ground, please. And I'm going to come down and touch the ground or the floor next to this front foot. If your range of motion does not allow you to come down that far so that you can actually tap the ground with that back knee, or so that you can touch the floor, that's fine. Just come down as deep as you can into the lunge. Then pressing into the heel of this front foot, I'm gonna stand back up and I'm going to bring this back leg up and bring the knee in front of me like this. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to twist my body and meet that knee with the opposite elbow. I'll be staying on one leg for the entire work interval, so now I'm going to go right back into my reverse lunge for the next rep. So step that foot back, lunge down, touch the floor if you can, and now that back leg comes forward, bring the knee up, twist, and meet the knee with the opposite elbow. I'll be doing that holding on to my light set of dumbbells. So I'm gonna start here in a neutral position, holding the dumbbells to my side like this, and as I step back into my reverse lunge, I'm gonna reach down and tap the dumbbell to the ground. Then I'm gonna stand and bring that back leg forward, bringing the knee up and twisting so that I'm bringing the opposite elbow to meet that knee, and then right into the next rep. So reverse lunge, touch the weight down. Now the back knee comes up, twist, and meet the knee with the opposite elbow. Reverse lunge, touch the weight down, bring the back knee up, twist, meet the knee with the opposite elbow. So we'll be staying on one leg for the entire work interval. We will switch legs with each work interval, and we're going to also be doing that on the second exercise. The second exercise is going to be side-to-side lunges with a standing oblique knee crunch. So again, I will show you the equipment-free modification first. I'm starting with my feet wide apart, and I'm going to start by sinking into a side lunge position. So remember that you want your shoulders back and down, chest lifted high. Make sure your abs are nice and strong and tight and engaged. You want them working the whole time. And as you sink into your lunge, think about pushing your booty back, like you're trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty. That's going to help keep your chest lifted high. It's going to also help you keep a flat back and keep the weight over the heel of your lunging foot, okay, which is what we want. So this is your lunge position. This is your starting position. You're gonna start standing, and you're going to start by sinking into that lunge position, okay? And again, if you can, reach down and tap the toes on this foot. If your range of motion does not allow you to sink that deep into the lunge, that's fine, just go where you can, okay? Don't push your body into doing something that it's not ready to do, but explore your full range of motion. So if you are able to reach all the way down and tap the foot, great. Now you're going to shift your weight and do the same thing on the other side. So keeping those shoulders back and down, keeping your chest lifted high, abs are engaged the whole time. Now you're going to push that booty back, keeping the back flat and the weight in the heels, and you're gonna lunge this way and touch the other foot, okay? Now one more lunge back to the other side, and from here you're gonna stand and reach this arm up overhead. Now you're going to lift this leg and bring the knee up towards your side, and with the elbow on the same side this time. So we're not twisting this time. You're gonna use the elbow on the same side, bring that elbow down to reach the knee, okay? And then return to your starting position. So again, we will be staying on the same line for the entire work interval. So now again, you wanna come down to this foot, tap the foot if you can. Lunge, 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 and now stand, raise the arm up above your head, lift this leg, and bring the elbow down to touch the knee. I'm going to be doing that same thing, holding on to my light set of weights. So I'm going to start holding the weights together in front of me like this. So this is 10 pounds total, 5 pounds piece, okay? Feet wide apart to start. I'm going to lunge to one side and bring the dumbbell down towards the toes of this standing foot. Now lunge to the other side and bring the opposite dumbbell down to touch the toes. One more lunge back to this side. Now stand. I'm gonna bring the weight first up to my shoulder, then I'm gonna press it up overhead. Now I'm gonna lift this leg and bring the elbow down to meet the knee on that same side. And do my standing oblique knee crunch. Now the weight comes back down in front of me, and I'm gonna return to my starting position, okay? So from here, lunge, lunge, lunge. Now the weight comes first to the shoulder, then up overhead, lift the knee, elbow comes down to meet the knee for your standing oblique knee crunch, and then return to your starting position. Then right back into the next rep, staying on the same leg for the entire work interval. That's 2, okay? So now, lunge, 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 stand, press the weight up overhead, and an oblique knee crunch. The next exercise is a squat with a dumbbell swing, plus a tricep overhead press. So without weights, there's nothing to swing and there's nothing to press up overhead. So just do any squat variation you want, okay? Just remember, as always, that with squats, same as with the lunges, you want your shoulders back and down, chest lifted high. Keep your entire core activated the whole time. Make sure it's engaged, make sure it's working. Press the booty back as though you're trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty, keeping your back flat and keeping the weight in your heels. And from here, from this position is where you want to sink down into your squat as low as you can, and then press into the heels to stand. So that's just a basic air squat, okay? Any squat variation you want to do is fine. So you can add a jump up, you can lift one leg, alternating sides, okay? You can add a kick if you want. You can add like a front kick, or you can add a side kick. There are a million different squat variations. So if you're not using weights, there's not going to be an upper body component to it. So any squat variation you want to do is fine. I'm going to be holding my dumbbells together like this again in front of me. So this is 10 pounds total. And if holding both of your weights together is too heavy, you can always hold one weight like this. Just put one hand on either side of the weight and do the same exercise like that. But I'm going to be doing a squat, and as I sink down into my squat, I'm going to bring the dumbbells down and swing them between my legs. And then as I press into those heels and stand, I'm gonna bring them straight up overhead. From here, I'm going to do a tricep overhead press. So I'm going to bend the elbows and bring the weights behind me like this, and then straighten my arms and press the weights back up overhead. That's one rep. From here, I'll go right into the next rep. So squat, swing the dumbbells, and now stand, tricep overhead press. Squat with a dumbbell swing, overhead press. So with just one weight, it will look like this. Okay, and let me show you the tricep overhead press from the side so that you can see that you want from your shoulder to your elbow to stay stationary. You're hinging at the elbows. So you're starting holding the weights up overhead. Keep those elbows glued right where they are. Now hinge at the elbows and lower the weight behind you, but don't move that top part of your arm from your shoulder to your elbow. And then the same thing as you press the weight back up overhead. You want from your shoulder to your elbow to remain stationary, okay? And then right into the next rep. So squat with the dumbbell swing, tricep overhead press. Okay, so again, you can do this with one water bottle or 2 water bottles, that's fine. If you don't have weights or you don't want to add weight, then any squat variation will work. For the next exercise, this is our ab exercise. This is where you're going to need a mat or a towel, something that you can lie down uncomfortably. So come down onto your mat, and I'll show you the equipment-free version first. You're going to be doing essentially a knee hug with kind of a fly, okay? So that's really the exercise without weights. So lifting your, what are these, feet up off the mat, and your upper body is off the mat as well, okay? You're gonna start with your hands up to the side. Now bend the knees and bring them into the chest, and you can put your hands right on your knees here and hug them into the chest if you want, or you can clap your hands in front of you, that's fine, whatever works for you. Now extending the legs and bringing the arms back out to the side, and you're going to go ahead and tap those arms down onto the ground, controlling the movement, of course. So you're controlling the movement as you lower them, tapping them lightly to the ground, and then you're gonna go right into your next rep from there, okay? So hug the knees in, you can clap the hands together here, and now straighten the legs and tap the hands down. Okay? Or you can hug the knees in if that's easier for you. If that works better for some reason, that's fine. If adding this little fly is too difficult, then you can just do knee hugs. That's fine. Really, any ab exercise you want to do is fine, but that would be the equipment-free version of what I'm doing. I'm going to be doing that same thing with my light dumbbells in my hands. So holding onto the dumbbells, I'm going to do it's going to be the exact same motion. So I'm going to lift my heels off the mat, and I'm starting with my dumbbells out here to the side. I'm going to bring the knees in, and I'm going to bring the dumbbells together in front of my knees like this. Now I'm going to straighten the legs and return to the starting position, and then I'm going to tap the dumbbells lightly to the ground. That's one rep, okay? So again, from this position, hug the knees in, bring the dumbbells together in front of the knees. Now straighten the legs and tap the dumbbells down. crunch with a fly. Okay, so it's like a knee hug with a fly. For the final exercise, you may or may not want to have your mat down on the floor. We're going to be in a plank position, and I'm just going to be punching straight in front of me, okay? Just like this. So, from my plank position, so make sure you keep your hips lifted high. Don't drop your hips down. If your hips are slightly elevated, that's actually fine. You're not going to hurt yourself doing that. So I would rather have your hips slightly elevated than if you were to allow them to drop. This is what I don't want, okay? Ideally, you would want to have your body in one straight line from your ankles to your shoulders. So just make sure you're keeping your hips lifted high, and then from here, you're just going to punch. Okay, so that's the equipment-free version. I'm going to be doing the same thing, holding on to my 5-pound dumbbells. So for this exercise is where I would like you to not use water bottles or cans of soup or anything that's not flat on the bottom. My dumbbells are shaped like hexagons, meaning that they're flat on the bottom here. Sometimes dumbbells are rounded here, except for one flat spot on the bottom. So if your dumbbells look like that, that's fine, you can use them. But if they're round here without a flat bottom, I really don't think it's safe to use them for this exercise. So I would like you to please do the equipment-free modification that I just showed you if you don't have dumbbells that are flat on the bottom. If your dumbbells are flat on the bottom, then you're going to be doing the same exact thing, but you're going to be holding on to the dumbbells the entire time. So you're going to be up here in your plank position, holding on to your dumbbells. So you can see that your entire body weight is going to be on the dumbbells. So if they are round here, they might roll around on you and you could fall and get hurt. It's not safe. And then from here, I'm just going to punch with the dumbbell in my hand, punching straight in front of me like this. So for this exercise, we are essentially going to be in a plank position for 4 straight minutes. If that's too difficult for you, you can do this from a tabletop position. So if you're a beginner, you can start right like this on your hands and knees, and you can do the punches from here. So just visualize like you're trying to actually punch that wall. So you want to really extend the arm and punch, okay? If you are not a beginner, you can start from the plank position, and then after we get a minute or 2 or 3 minutes in and you start to fatigue, you may want to just come down to this tabletop position and continue from here, with or without weights. So that's it, that's all 5 exercises. I am also going to be doing push-ups because I need to work on my push-ups. So if you want to work on push-ups with me, any push-up variation you want to do is fine. If you don't want to do push-ups, just don't do the push-ups. If you don't have a jump rope, you can either eliminate the jump rope sections, in which case this will just be a 20-minute Tabata style HIIT workout. It'll be a great standalone workout without the jump rope sections. If you do want to add on that extra little bit of cardio with me, first of all, let me remind you that if you do have a jump rope, any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. I always just kind of jog in place like this while I'm jumping rope, but you can jump with your feet together if that's more comfortable for you. If you excel at jump rope, you can do something more challenging, like high knees or jump rope jacks. You can jump side to side, you can do twist jumps. Any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. If you don't have a jump rope, you know, they actually sell jump ropes without the rope. It's literally 2 handles that you hold on to while you pretend to jump rope, like this, or like this, like I do. So I don't see any reason why you can't just do that without holding on to handles. So that's one option. The other thing that you could do is, it's 4 minutes of jump rope. So if you have an exercise bike or a treadmill, you could hop on one of those for 4 minutes while I'm jumping rope, or you could go for a 4-minute jog, however far you can go in 4 minutes, a half a mile or a quarter of a mile, depending on how fast you run. If you live in an apartment building, you could go up and down the stairs for 4 minutes. So if you want to stay put, then you could just substitute with any other type of cardio exercise for that 4 minutes. So you could do high knees. So while I'm jumping rope, you can even use my interval timer, rest when I rest, and then when I'm jumping rope, you can be doing high knees, or you can do jumping jacks, or you can do mountain climbers. Any type of cardio exercise will work. So you can either eliminate the jump rope sections, or you can just substitute with 4 minutes of some other type of cardio exercise, including this, if you want, while I'm jumping rope. Okay, so now you know what we're doing, you know the format. If you would like to do this workout with me today, go ahead and grab a mat or a towel, something that you can lie down uncomfortably. Grab a light set of dumbbells or household items like a couple of water bottles. Grab your jump rope if you have one, and if you're jumping rope with me today, take a minute to make sure you're good and warmed up, and when you're ready, let's get started. All right, my watch is going. I'm starting with a set of 10 push-ups, so if you would like to join me working on push-ups, I'm gonna do a quick set of 10, well, hopefully quick set of 10 push-ups before each exercise. So here we go, starting with 10 push-ups. Any push-up variation you want to do is fine. Okay, and now right into our first Tabata section. So timer is set for 10-second rest intervals and 20-second work intervals. And we're starting with our reverse lunge plus the oblique knee twist. Knee up and oblique knee twist. So lunge, oblique knee twist. Staying on the same leg for the entire work interval. So remember, you're gonna touch that weight down and then drive that knee forward, twist the body, and meet the knee with the opposite elbow. 10 seconds rest. Now we're gonna switch legs. So this will be my standing leg. I'm gonna lunge back with the other foot. Touch the weight down, and now drive the knee forward. Twist my body, and meet that knee with the opposite elbow. Switching legs with each work interval. So switching legs again. Rest for 10, and now switch legs. Other leg. Switch legs. Just once more on each side. Keep pushing. Switch legs, this is our last interval. Let's push through, just 20 seconds. So that's our first 4 minutes done already. 4 more exercises to go. So if you are not doing the jump rope portion with me, skip ahead 4 minutes in the video, and you can start on the second exercise. If you want to jump rope with me or do 4 minutes of some other type of cardio exercise, we're going to go ahead and get started right now. I'm not changing anything. So my timer is staying set for 10-second rest intervals, 20-second work intervals, times 8 rounds. So if you're doing some other type of cardio exercise, you can stay on these intervals with me. So if you're doing jumping jacks, then right now you're doing as many jumping jacks as you can do in 20 seconds. And now you're resting for 10. We're just gonna do that 8 times. We've done 2 already, we have 6 more to go. Do your best. That was 4, we're already halfway done, just 4 more. Just 1 more interval. Then we'll move on to our next exercise, our next Tabata style exercise. So that's our first exercise done. Now we're going to move on to our second exercise, which is our side-to-side lunges with standing oblique knee crunch. But first, remember that I'm sneaking in a set of 10 push-ups before each of these 5 exercises. So if you're doing push-ups with me, let's do another set of 10 push-ups. If you're not doing push-ups, you can skip ahead, or you can just take a few more seconds to rest. When you're ready, here we go, 10 more push-ups. Okay, and now right into our next Tabata segment. So this is going to be our side-to-side lunges with the standing oblique knee crunch, with or without weights. Let's get right into it. So this is our 10-second rest interval. So we have a few seconds to get ready, and we don't lose any time off of our work interval. Now here we go, lunge, lunge, lunge. Now stand, lift the weight up overhead, standing knee crunch. Staying on the same side for the entire work interval. So lunge, 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 stand, and oblique, or not oblique, what is that? Just a standing, oblique. I'm not twisting, but I'm still getting my obliques on that same side. Rest for 10, now we're gonna switch sides. So now lunging this way first, lunge, 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 stand, oblique knee crunch. Same side, lunge, 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 stand. Rest. And now switch to the other side. Seconds to shake it out and get ready. Switch sides. We're already halfway done. We have to do this twice more on each leg, so make sure you're switching sides. Other side, here we go. These light weights may be starting to feel a little heavy, but we just have one interval left. So let's push through. Of course, if they're too heavy and you cannot continue with good form or safely, confident in your ability to not drop the weight, then just remember that for each of these exercises, you can always drop the weight halfway. If you started holding on to weights, but it becomes too taxing, and you feel that you can no longer continue with good form, or that you can no longer continue safely, you can always drop the weight halfway through and switch to the equipment-free version of the exercise. So I've already started my timer. This is 10 seconds rest. We're starting our next 4-minute jump rope segment right now. So if you're not jumping rope and you're not doing any other type of cardio exercise, you can just skip ahead another 4 minutes in the video and get right into our next Tabata exercise. You don't have to stick with the same cardio exercise for the entire workout if you don't want. You can mix it up. So if you were doing jumping jacks for the last jump rope portion, you could do mountain climbers this time, or high knees, whatever you want. The point is just to mix up the other, the strength training exercises with 4 minutes of some type of cardio in between. So however you want to get that done is totally fine. We're already more than halfway through. That's 3 minutes. We have just 1 minute left. Let's keep pushing. Okay, last jump rope interval, and then we're moving on. All right, that's our 4 minutes. Next exercise is going to be, if you're Using weights, it's going to be squat with a dumbbell swing plus a tricep overhead press. If you're not using weights, any squat variation you want to do. If you're working on push-ups with me today, we're going to do another set of 10 push-ups before we begin our squat exercise, okay? So when you're ready, 10 more reps of push-ups. Just realizing that I took the time before the workout to go over the proper form for each exercise except the push-ups. So we'll talk about that after the workout because I want to make sure you're using the proper form on your push-ups. All right, as soon as you're ready, remember trying to keep the rest breaks as short as possible. Really keep this moving. So my timer is started. This is our 10-second rest interval to get ready. So here we go, squat with dumbbell swing. Weights come right up overhead and then right into that tricep overhead press. So remember to keep the weight in your heels, keep your back flat. Make sure you're hinging your arms at the elbows for that overhead press. 10 seconds rest. And here we go. This is another one where after a few intervals, these two weights held together might start to feel a little bit too heavy. So remember that you can always scale down. So if two weights is becoming too heavy, you can always do this version like I showed you before the workout. So scale down when and if you need to. And remember also that if you started with weights and even scaling down to one weight instead of two is too heavy, that you can always drop the weight entirely and switch to any type of body weight squat variation where you're not lifting anything, okay? The point is that you want to keep it moving. So if holding on to weight is becoming too taxing and you're not able to work through your entire work interval, if you're having to eat into your work interval to take additional rest, or if your pace is slowed down too much and you're only able to complete 2 or 3 reps with each 20-second work interval, then you want to scale down. The point of Tabata is to really do a lot of reps, as many reps as you possibly can with each work interval. Never at the expense of your form, of course, but it's better to scale down the weight or drop the weight altogether in the interest of getting more reps done with proper form for this particular format. Okay, so make the decision that's best for you, but I would rather have you scale down the weight and complete more reps with each 20-second work interval than to keep fighting through holding weights that are too heavy for you and making it difficult to really get enough reps in. It's one thing if we were doing a prescribed amount of reps, but since we're doing intervals, you really want to make the most out of each work interval and get in as many reps as you can with proper form. So keep that in mind as we move on. Timer's going. This is our 10-second rest interval, starting my next 4 minutes of jump rope. If you're not doing these cardio sections, then skip ahead in the video, another 4 minutes or so. I guess 4 or 5 minutes, depending on if you're doing push-ups with me or not. And you can go ahead and get started on our next strength training exercise. This is our rest interval right here. So, rest. I am skipping through the rest interval because that first work interval. Okay, here's our work interval. So now start jumping rope again, or doing jumping jacks or high knees or whatever you're doing. I just wanted to skip through that rest interval because my first work interval was such a mess. I'm still tripping over my jump rope. I was tripping over my jump rope so much that I felt like I just lost too much time off of that work interval, and I wanted to kind of make it up. Just do your best. That's all you can do. I'm definitely starting to get fatigued. Now that we're like 20 something minutes into it. And especially since I really am trying to keep it moving and keep the time in between sections as short as I can. So my legs are tired. My heart is racing. I'm breathing heavy. It's harder and harder to get my feet up. So, I mean, I anticipate tripping over my jump rope a bit more in this second half. It's okay. It's understandable. Like I said, we're getting fatigued. Just do your best. That's all you can do. If you trip, just take a breath and get right back into it. I know it can be really frustrating. Obviously, we're not trying to trip over the jump rope. That's the opposite of what we're trying to do. So it's only natural to get frustrated if you find yourself tripping over your jump rope like I am. I'm not gonna lie and tell you that I'm not frustrated right now, because I absolutely am. But you really just have to do your best, like I said, to just take a deep breath, get right back into it, and try really hard to not let that frustration dictate your mood, because you'll sabotage the rest of your workout. And it's completely counterproductive. So I'm not saying to stifle your frustration. It's completely valid and legitimate if you feel frustrated from tripping over your jump rope or from not being able to do any of these exercises the way you're trying to. So don't beat yourself up for feeling the frustration. Just do your best to take a breath and get back into it and move forward without letting that frustration weigh you down and sabotage the rest of your workout, okay? So now we have 2 exercises left, but before we start our ab exercise, I'm gonna do another set of 10 push-ups. So if you're working on push-ups with me, let's go ahead and start our next set of 10, and then we'll move on to abs. So now abs, remember this is our knee hug with a fly exercise. Flying knee hugs. What am I gonna call these? I don't know. This one is going to be really tough to do for 4 minutes, so do your best, okay? Getting right into it. So this is our 10-second rest interval. So get ready. Lift those feet off the mat, and here we go. Hug the knees in, and tap those weights down. Hug the knees, tap the weights. Rest. That's 1 down, 7 to go. This one's gonna be really tough to do for 4 minutes. Just do your best. That's 2. It's already getting so hard. Let's keep pushing. That's 3. Yes, I'm going to count every single one of these because I can't see my timer and I really want to know where I am. All right. Keep pushing. The work intervals are short, only 20 seconds at a time. Just do your best. And at any point you need to drop the weight, just drop the weight. Was that 4? So we're halfway done. 4 down, 4 to go. That's 5, just 3 more to go. Let's keep pushing. If you drop the weight, you can always just drop the weight for 1 or 2 intervals. And then when you feel like you have regained enough strength, you can try to pick them up again and see if you have enough to do another interval or 2 with the weight. And then if you only have that 1 interval in you and you need to drop them again, just drop them again. Was that 6? 5 or 6? I already lost track. We have either 2 or 3 more to go. Let's hope it's 2. I don't know. I knew 4 minutes of these were going to be completely brutal. But I know after this one, I have either 1 or 2 intervals left. So I'm just gonna keep pushing. Do my best. I forget if I lost track, so that was either 6 or 7. So I have 1 more interval to go, maybe 2. Make sure your elbows aren't locked out. I don't think I mentioned that when I was demonstrating the exercise, but oh, thank God. You don't want your elbows locked straight. Make sure there's a slight bend in your elbows on the exercise, okay? All right, that is our 4th exercise of 5. So we're almost done. We have 1 exercise left to go. That's our plank punches. But before we get to those, I'm going to do another 4 minutes of interval jump rope. So if you need a longer rest break, pause the video. Take as long a rest as you need, just keep it as short as you can. When you're ready, come back. I'm starting my timer right now. So this is a 10-second rest break. Shake it out. I know those quads are jelly. Those shoulders are jelly. Everything's jelly. So just do your best. Really take that 10 seconds to rest. Okay, make the most of that rest break. Take a few nice deep breaths. It's not a ton of time, but try to slow your heart rate down just a little bit. And then get right back into it for another 20 seconds. We're more than halfway done. Rest, and now push. That's 3 minutes down. Just 1 minute to go. And then we'll move on to our 5th and final exercise. Breathe. Rest, be still. We have just 20 seconds left to go. Push. This is our last jump rope interval before we move on to our fifth and final exercise. Get those feet up. Focus and really push hard. Nice. So that's what I like about this format, doing Tabata style workout, is that even though this workout's gonna take me like an hour, it moves by so quickly because each segment is only 4 minutes long. So it's just always moving forward and just makes it feel like it's going by much faster. We're almost done. We have just one exercise left to go. But before we get there, I'm gonna sneak in just one more set of 10 push-ups. So when you're ready, here we go. Okay, that's our last set of push-ups. So if you're doing push-ups, oh, I just slammed this weight right into my shin. 0 out of 5 stars. Would not recommend. Ouch. Forgot what I was saying. I was blinded by the pain of whacking myself in the shin with a dumbbell. Oh yeah, so if you've been working on push-ups with me today, we completed 50 push-ups. Not bad. I just really need to keep working on my push-ups because I used to be so strong with push-ups and lately I feel like I'm just not. So I want to get better at them again. So I'm gonna try to make sure I'm sneaking in at least a few push-ups every day. Final exercise, plank punches. Let's get right into it. This is our final 4 minutes. Other than jump rope. So this is our 10-second rest interval, and now here we go, punch and punch. So really reach out in front of you, like you're trying to punch the wall over there with the dumbbell, or with your fist if you're not using dumbbells. And remember that this is a long time to be in plank position, so if you want to have a towel or something under your knees, so that if you need to drop down and do these from a tabletop position after a few intervals, you have that option. So maybe during the next rest interval, if you feel like you're gonna need it, go ahead and take that 10 seconds to grab your mat or towel or something that you can put under your knees in case you need it for support. Okay, rest for 10. Back up, here we go. Do your best as you're punching to keep the rest of your body still. Try not to tilt your body. Try to have it so that all that's moving is your arm. And the rest of your body is staying still and centered. I think that was the 4th interval. I think we're halfway there. Let's keep pushing. I know it's hard. Do your best. Keep those hips high. go down into your tabletop, do it, okay? I think we have just 3 more intervals to go. Let's keep pushing. I know it's hard. Just do your best. So you see why I told you to choose weights that feel light to you? Because even though some of these exercises are totally doable with heavier weights, they are strength training exercises, but they're also exercises that should hopefully keep moving pretty quickly. The work intervals are short. This is our last one, by the way, so keep pushing. This is our final 20 seconds. The work intervals are short, so with heavier weights, you just want to be able to move as quickly, and you want to be able to get in. I want to do one more, so I'm even. Here. So if you're using heavier weights, you might be able to do the exercises, but it would be a lot slower. You wouldn't be able to move as quickly, and you wouldn't be able to fit in as many reps per 20-second work interval. So these are exercises that, even though they're strength training exercises, that I wanted to keep them all moving. So that's why I recommend a light set of weights for this workout. We're almost done, just 4 minutes left. This is our 10-second rest interval. Now 20 seconds to jump rope or do some other type of cardio exercise, high knees, toe taps, mountain climbers, side jump lunges, plank jacks, anything you want to do. Tripping is fine. Just do your best. Take a breath, get right back into it. I ordered a new jump rope because this one is like shot. I can't wait for it to get here. I think this is our 4th work interval, so I think we're halfway there. So just 4 more intervals to go. Let's keep pushing. Nice, I'm still under 50 minutes. And I have just under 2 minutes left to go. So definitely kept this moving today. And I was able to keep it well under an hour. So I'm very happy about that. Two more intervals to go. We're almost done. Keep pushing. Okay, this is our last work interval. Just 20 more seconds. Keep pushing. Let's finish strong. There's the timer. You can stop. I just like to keep jumping rope until the beeping stops. So the timer does that long series of beeps to let me know that time is up. I just like to keep going through that long series of beeps just to finish strong. You don't have to, it's just something I like to do. So altogether, 20 minutes of Tabata, 20 minutes of jump rope, plus 50 push-ups. That took me 51 minutes and 8 seconds. We are almost finished. No workout of mine is ever complete until we have done our bonus burpee. So we have just 1 rep left to go. However, when I do a jump rope workout, in addition to my bonus burpee, I also like to do a bonus set of 100 skips, meaning 100 revolutions of the jump rope. So any style of jump rope you would like to do is fine, and you don't have to do it. It's completely optional, but if you would like to join me, it's just a quick little bonus. Any style you want to do is fine. We're counting 100 revolutions of the rope. So when you're ready, here we go. We're counting like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 99, 100. Alrighty. So that's our quick little jump rope bonus. And now we have just 1 rep left to go. Let's do our bonus burpee together, and then the workout will be officially complete. Final rep of the day. When you're ready, here we go. Okay, so the workout is officially complete, but before I let you go, I just want to go over the proper form for your push-ups, because I went over the correct form for all of the other exercises before we began, but I didn't talk about how to do your push-ups correctly. And it's really important that you are doing all of the exercises with good form. If you are not performing the exercises properly, you're not getting the maximum intended benefit out of the exercise, and you don't want to be out here just going through the motions and wasting your time. But far more importantly, if you are not paying attention to your form and doing the exercises the way they're supposed to be done, you are increasing your risk of injury, and I do not want anyone getting hurt. So let's talk about the correct form for your push-up. So coming down here and starting in your plank position, again, you want one straight line from your ankles to your shoulders. Okay, so you're here in your plank position. Remember to keep the hips lifted high. Again, if your hips are up a little bit, slightly raised, that's okay. You're not going to hurt yourself doing that. So, and it actually can make the push-ups a bit easier. So if you need to do that, that's fine. Don't worry too much about that.
But ideally you would like to have your body in one straight line from your heels to your shoulders. What you don't want to do is allow your hips to drop down like this. So lift the hips and make sure that your entire core is engaged and working the whole time, okay? From your plank position, you're going to bend your shoulders. You're lowering your chest to the ground, okay? So bend your shoulders, keeping your body in one straight line the entire time. From your heels to your shoulders, bend your elbows, not your shoulders, and lower your chest to the ground. And then from here, you're gonna straighten your arms and push yourself back up. Return to the starting position. Again, keeping your body in one straight line from your heels all the way to your shoulders. If you are not able to lower your chest all the way to the ground, that's fine. Just go as low as you can while still keeping your body in one straight line. So if you can only come down this far, that's fine. Then this can be your push-up. Come down this far and then reverse the movement. Press those palms into the ground, straighten the elbows and push yourself back up. Return to your starting position. Just make sure that your body is in one straight line the whole time. What you don't want to do is get down this far and then try to compensate for the fact that you're not getting your chest all the way down to the ground by lowering your hips down to the ground or by bobbing your head down. What I see a lot of people do is they get this far down, and because they're not getting their chest all the way down to the ground, they try to kind of trick themselves into thinking that they're getting all the way down by bobbing their head down to the ground. But you can see that my chest is nowhere near the ground. So it's fine if you can only come here, but keep your head still. Keep your head still, keep your body in one straight line. So don't come halfway down and then dip your hips down and think you're getting all the way down. Don't come halfway down and then dip your head down and think you're getting all the way down. If you can only come down halfway, then just come here and push yourself back up. And if you're doing the push-ups from your knees, the same principles apply. So you're gonna be down here in your starting position with your knees on a mat or a towel. And now you wanna have your body in one straight line from your knees to your shoulders. The same principles apply. Don't drop your hips. Bend your elbows and lower your chest to the ground, keeping your body in one straight line from your knees to your shoulders, keeping your head still. So bend your elbows, lower your chest down as far as you can go. So if you can lower your chest all the way to the ground, great. Now press those palms into the ground, straighten the elbows and push yourself back up. Return to your starting position. If you can't get your chest all the way down to the ground, that's fine. But don't drop your hips down to compensate for that. Don't bob your head down to compensate for that. Keep your head still, keep your body in one straight line from your knees to your shoulders, and just come down as far as you can, and then press those palms into the ground and push yourself back up. It's fine to shorten up your range of motion. What's not fine is to sacrifice the integrity of your form. So work to your own level and just do your best, but keep your body in one straight line. Don't drop your hips, don't bob your head. Nice, strong, tight, engaged core, and do your best. Hopefully that covers everything. As always, if anything is unclear, if you have any questions about the exercises we were doing today, how to do them properly, if you need any further help with beginner modifications, please just ask. It is extremely important to me that all of my workouts are accessible to anyone and everyone who wants to do them with me. I am always here to help facilitate that by answering questions. So please don't hesitate to reach out if anything is unclear or if you need help. If you did this workout with me today, thank you so much. Please let me know what you thought of it and how you did. Thank you to everyone who has been working out with me lately. And even if you're not working out with me, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos. Thank you for all of your wonderful and supportive and engaging comments. It means the world to me. You have no idea. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And of course, thank you if you've been subscribed to my channel for years. I appreciate you all more than you know. And one final thank you to those of you who have been watching the videos all the way until the end and commenting with the secret code phrase of the day. So before I let you go, I will give you today's secret code phrase of the day. It is, looks like Springfield's got a discipline problem.
So if you are still watching this video, hello. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please let me know if someone is still watching by going down to the comment section and leaving me a comment that says, looks like Springfield's got a discipline problem. That's it for today, and I will see you all next time. Bye.